Go to our dear friend, Anonymous, in California on 9:30 a.m. Hello, Anonymous.
Always great to hear from Anonymous.
Yes, indeedy.
Hello, Mr. Aiken, Jimmy. How you doing?
Just fine.
I got a quick question. I know I read this many times, but I'm on the road. I don't have my Bible with me right now. But what is the meaning of when I know the Lord was upset at Moses for his sinfulness, and he did not allow him to go into the promised land,
Right.
the land of milk and honey.
Mm-hmm.
So when he passed away, why would Satan be interested in his body?
Okay. You're referring to the passage in the book of Jude where it talks about when the devil and Michael had a conflict over the body of Moses, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a very mysterious passage, and we're not really sure what Jude is referring to because we don't have at least the passage of the book that he's talking about. According to some of the early church fathers, he's talking about a passage in a book known as the Ascension of now I'm having a blank.
I think it was the Ascension of Ho.
Well, it's either the Ascension of Moses or the Ascension of Isaiah. And we don't actually, we have, it appears that we may have part of that book, but we don't have the part that refers to this. And so as a result, we're not entirely sure what Jude is referring to here. And we'd probably understand it better if we did have that. Supposing that the passage is to be taken literally, even though God was displeased when Moses sinned, and as a result he didn't allow him into the Holy Land, that didn't stop Moses from still being a very holy man and a very important saint. The fact that he was a very holy man and a very important saint is something that's illustrated by the fact that he's one of two saints, the other being Elijah, that appeared with Jesus on the Mount of Transfiguration. So he regardless of his fall, he nevertheless continued to be an extremely important figure and an extremely important saint, and that's why it would be presumably of interest to the devil to dispute over his body after he died. Incidentally, it's the Assumption of Moses where that's talked about. The Ascension of Isaiah is the other book I was thinking of, and that's obviously a different person. There's also a question, though, of is this passage to be understood in that way? Some have proposed that it may mean something else, that it may, in fact, not even be referring to this apocryphal Old Testament book. It may be referring to, for example, the conflict that the devil had regarding the people of Israel, because there is this theme that at least peeks out at least one other time in the New Testament, where the people of Israel are conceived of as if they are the body of Moses, the way the church is the body of Jesus. And you see that, for example, in the writings of St. Paul, where he talks about how the Israelites, when they passed through the Red Sea, were baptized into Moses, the way we are baptized into Christ. And so just as the church is the body of Christ, the people of Israel could be considered the body of Moses, and that could be what is being referred to here in a symbolic way, because the devil obviously was perceived as the enemy of the people of Israel, and Michael from the book of Daniel is perceived as a heavenly defender of the people of Israel. And so you could view the conflict over the people of Israel as a battle between the devil and Michael, and thus as a dispute between the two of them over the body of Moses. And so it's possible that that's what's being referred to here, or it could be something else, or it could be some combination of those things. So it's hard to arrive at a definitive conclusion regarding this, but even if we were to take it in the sense of this is a literal dispute between the devil and Michael over the literal body of Moses, Moses was still a very important guy, even though he did fall and displease God.
Very, very. I like that explanation, Mr. Aiken. I think you do a fantastic job, and I have no doubt in mind that Moses was a very holy man, though he sinned against the Lord. I mean, we're all sinners. So thank
Yeah.
you for that.
Right.
You did a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Anonymous.